Every day, hundreds of your ideal customers are going to Reddit and they're asking questions. They're displaying to the world their exact problems, and these are problems that you can solve. And if you're like most industry experts, you have this valuable knowledge and people want to hear from you, but you don't quite know what to post. So this workflow using N8N is going to solve that problem because every day you're going to get a highly curated list of 20 high intent, highly relevant content ideas without any of the work of actually finding them. All right, so let's hop into N8N here where I'll show you how you can rebuild it for yourself step by step. And if you stick around, I'll show you a few little things to spice it up beyond just getting content ideas. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. But to make this easier for you, I have a link to my Gumroad in the description. It's going to have the blueprint, obviously, for the JSON. And then it's also going to have a little guide on a Notion page, which will show you how you can set up the credentials if you're new to that, and how you can tweak each of these little pieces for yourself if you so choose to. So yeah, let's get started. First, we have the trigger on a schedule trigger. So this is just going to run once a day. I have mine at 7 a.m. You can configure that however you'd like. And then right away, we'll hop into Reddit. Once you've set up your Reddit connection, which again, I have in that Notion page, if you don't know how to do it, you just have to create a new app on Reddit. It's really quite simple. It'll take maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Then you have the option here. So I run an AI and automation agency, so these are going to be configured to me, but really if you're an online service provider, this will be very easy to just tailor to your own niche. Even if you're not, it's really easy to tailor. So the way I've done it here is I've got, oh, Slack's popping up. The way I've done it here is I've got a couple different ways. So the first way is by going by subreddit. I went r/small business and then just looking for the keyword AI automation. And this is going to pull every day the 5 newest ones. See, there are a couple different options. I'm going to take advantage of a couple other ones later. But right now we just want 5 newest AI automation posts in r/small business. And I think this one's quite the same. Oh yeah, r/small business, just automation, 5 posts new. Simple as that. And then this one, instead of going by a keyword, we're going the entire subreddit. So N8N is obviously very, very relevant to me. So I'm taking 10 of these and I'm taking the hottest posts. And if you do that, the hot posts recycle very quickly. So you'll generally get the same or different 10 ones every day. So that's a good limit to set. And then once you've got that, why don't we just execute this so we can have some of the data there so I can show you. But these are all going to merge into one and then follow this path. Now, this is where you can spice it up. I have it running so that I split all the posts either into a request, so somebody's requesting for an automation, and I do that because that means I can reach out to them and I can sell them my own automation. Pretty simple lead gen tactic there. The other one is system. Say they've already built a system and they've displayed it for people. I'm going to take that and then use that as inspiration for my own content or for my own system building. Last one is it might just be a question. They're not talking about a specific system. They just have a question. This is the most general one that everybody's going to use. If you want content ideas, you want to log the questions that your ICP are asking. So let's get into them right away. We'll start with the classifier. All it is, we're feeding the text from the Reddit posts. And again, this is why we use the merge one, so we can just have one set here where we feed all the text no matter which Reddit path it came from. And then we have the 3 different categories. I have the name and then a little description. So for example, use this category if the post appears to possibly come from a business owner requesting help. And again, if you have different needs, you're a different business owner, you can configure this exactly how you like. It's not technical, just use plain language, make sure the AI knows which path to take, and it'll work. And then, as you can see here, all 20 flow into different paths. We got 4 requests, 11 systems, 5 questions. Let's go into requests. Again, we're feeding that same text that's coming from the merge node. And then I have the system prompt. Of course, feel free to use mine or tweak it a little bit if you have a different use case. Quite basic here. We're just analyzing the post and summarizing it. So it takes that kind of messy, scattered post from the original creator and puts it into a clean, just what we want to see. And then I have a few little extra goodies, just a relevance score and a detail score. And these actually aren't important right now. I have plans to basically expand on this, and if there's detail, use N8N to create the JSON blueprints, stuff like that. Get really advanced with it. This is just a simple tutorial though, so we'll just leave that. And yeah, simple as that. Each of these we're using OpenAI 4.1 mini. No need to go any stronger than that. Again, if you have a Claude subscription, doesn't matter which LLM, just put it in here. Even if you don't pay for a paid plan like ChatGPT or Claude, you can use something like Google Gemini, which are free. So don't worry about having to go get like a $20 OpenAI key if you don't need it. Just use Google, use Gemini. There's a bunch of different free ones too, so don't get hung up on that. And then the last one, we just use this structured output parser to basically tell the LLM this is how we want the output to come every time. And the only important parts here is in our output, we have summary, relevancy score, detail score. Very simple. Because then later, we're going to use those. Here we set each of them. Now setting's important before a merge node if you happen to have differences in the output. Ours are very much the same here, so it almost didn't matter. But I think in this one, I'm not using a detail score because obviously we don't need to know the detail of a question. We only wanted to know the detail of a system if we wanted to recreate it. So that's why I use the set fields. Go into merge, and then simple as that, we add it to Airtable. Now you'll have to create your own Airtable if you want to add all these to an Airtable. Again, Google Sheets works perfectly. Very simple, nothing crazy going on here. We build an Airtable with these columns and just you map them. So as long as you create your Airtable with the same column names, you're not going to even have to do anything different here. You'll just map them. If you change the names, then you'll just have to remap them. But of course, you just drag here to there, just like make.com, just like Zapier or anything else. And there we go. And now what's left in our Airtable is we have, whether this is a post or a comment, because I also have, if you want to see that later, I have a system where I can pull comments from certain threads, which can be very useful. And then we have which type, question, request, system. We have the OG post. Just here, you can see exactly what they put with the link, the summary, and this is what it might look like in the end. You can pause to read more in depth, but the AI will just put, say, a 100-word summary, clean it up, relevancy score, detail score, and another link. And it's really as simple as that. Yeah, and I know I went through this system really quickly, so if there's anything you think you might need to know, I went too fast over a certain part, make sure to download the blueprint so you can just set this up for yourself. And with that, you get the guide, and it has everything you might need to add credentials for Airtable, OpenAI, Reddit, and then it also has little instructions in case you want to change these AI agents into your own doing. Other than that, we should be good, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you for the next video.